recording okay kada, Vijaya, Lavanya, and rest of the team.
Yeah. Yes, Akka.
So very brief ka Velugu ela start ayindi anedi 1 or 2 sentences. Hopefully I'll try my best in 1 or 2 sentences. So basically a thought of giving back, and నేను volunteering start చేసినప్పుడు US లో North South Foundation ani the concept of change making anedi we were introduced through Ashoka Foundation. That means basically we don't have to wait for somebody else to solve our problems, but prati okkaru veelainanta varaku cheyagalagite and find a solution and spread that solution in simple terms. So adi I wanted to take into my life. And దాని ద్వారా వెలుగు అనేది వచ్చింది. We did some piloting. Initially 2021లో, తర్వాత చిన్న బ్రేక్ వచ్చి again when we went back to India, our pilot program was primarily ఒక్క village based ఉన్నింది. బ్రేక్ వచ్చినప్పుడు when we went back to India, program based kids who were involved, వాళ్ళు కిడ్స్ పేరెంట్స్ మనల్ని మళ్ళీ అడిగారు అనమాట, మళ్ళీ స్టార్ట్ చేయండి అక్క ప్రోగ్రామ్ అని చెప్పేది. సో దాట్ వాజ్ the reason that was the primary point of rebirth and expansion of this program. So it's all about just wanting to give back okati, and also like a concept of change making. Dantlo UN SDGs and the United Nations SDGs kuda, they were also an inspiration for this work. So Manisha, I think Girija anundi. So Manisha, she will present to us briefly about what this program is, how this came forward, and all those things. Go ahead, Manisha.
Manisha, mute lo unna.
Ramu, host. Yeah, కనిపిస్తుంది.
So andarki welcome first and foremost ga. So ee program akka cheppinattuga, it is for people who believe in giving back and bringing about equality and equity in the area of education. Ee particular Viganam program anedi mana education మాత్రం చేస్తున్నాము. తర్వాత మనం సస్టైనబుల్ డెవలప్మెంట్ గోల్స్ ఆఫ్ యునైటెడ్ నేషన్స్ ని మనం గైడ్ లైన్స్ గా తీసుకొని వాటిని యూజ్ చేసుకొని మనం ఈ గవర్నమెంట్ స్కూల్ స్టూడెంట్స్ ని, వాళ్ళ సర్కమ్స్టాన్సెస్ ని, ప్రైవేట్ స్కూల్ స్టూడెంట్స్ సర్కమ్స్టాన్సెస్ ని కంపేర్ చేస్తే మనకి అర్థమయ్యేది ఏంటంటే there's a lot of gap, and this gap needs to be filled in to bring about sort of equality. అందరికి ఈక్వల్ ఆపర్చునిటీ రావాలంటే ఈక్వల్ బేసిక్స్ ఉండాలి. సో దాట్స్ వేర్ వీఆర్ గోయింగ్ ఫర్. అండ్ దెన్ సో ద మెయిన్ రీజన్ ఫర్ this program is to give them an opportunity to get a future that they want for themselves. So దానికోసం మనం ఈ ప్రోగ్రామ్ చేయడము. సో క్వాలిటీ ఎడ్యుకేషన్ అంటే ఏమిటి అంటే, as you see, ఇంక్లూజివ్ గా ఉండాలి, ఈక్విటబుల్ గా ఉండాలి, లైఫ్ లాంగ్ లెర్నింగ్ ప్రొసీజర్స్ అని ఉండాలి. ఎక్కడికి వెళ్ళినా సరే వీ నీడ్ టు బి ఏబుల్ టు లెర్న్. సో అదొకటి ఉండాలి ఖచ్చితంగా. సో దట్స్ ద ఐడియా. So what it requires anedi, this is the basic program. Ippudikaithe this is the layout. It is for the government school students between classes 1 and 6. It is free online mode. దీనికి కావాల్సిందల్లా బేసిక్ స్పీకింగ్ లాంగ్వేజ్ స్కిల్ 1 hour ఎవ్రీ ఈవినింగ్ మనం 1 hour క్లాస్ తీసుకుంటాం. బట్ ఇట్ విల్ నాట్ బి ఆల్ ఆఫ్ us టుగెదర్, ఒక్కొక్కళ్ళు ఒక్కొక్క రోజు అనమాట. అండ్ వన్ ఆఫ్ ద గ్రేట్ ఆపర్చునిటీస్ టు బి a part of a great team ఇదైతే. Then
So Manisha, we can stop there. So I think it could some of the, sorry, Vijaya, Lavanya, Praveen, I think we also have some team members who have been working on the background. So a disclaimer enti ante, we are on the works. We are ante idantha when we did our pilot project in Golkandukuru, we had ante oka set thoughts illa podamu anukunnam kani then we tailored for the needs, right? But primary focus ippudu enti ante, as Manisha was suggesting, we noticed that akkada 4th 5th grade students ki kuda chala basic foundations lo kuda they lack that, I mean they had the deficiency. So andukani we want to focus this time primarily on the foundational skills for sure. Along with that, critical thinking and also values kuda baga inculcate cheyali anedi, we wanted to focus on those two aspects kuda. So primarily all those three things, and a basic foundational skills lo we will be including math, Telugu and English. So just to confirm, ante ippudu group lo pettina document, information document, so that I'm not repeating the same thing again and again. Document chudagalagara, or should I just go through what's there in that document again for the benefit of listening again?
I had a quick whiz through. Got the full details on it. I won't be able to answer if you ask me anything, but I did have a
Sure, sure. I think we'll break it down. So primarily, what is the program ante? We're only looking for government school students. Currently, we've reached a particular, ante Nellore, I have access Kavati. Nellore is district law. We accessed through one of the government official. To help recruit kids for us, to help support recruitment of those kids. Kanunchi cheyali ante it's not going to be very easy to reach all those parents and really a need unna people. So andukani collected that we sent a proposal and collected our approval తీసుకునొచ్చి then we had some of the government officials spread this information, and the local guy, I'm not sure how many of us are familiar about the local system. If almost 50 families, there is what's called a volunteer person to implement our all government programs and matters. So Valadwara Kuda. So we have had almost like 110 registrations. We have to see how many will continue, and from registrations to real sessions, how many will be there, Anedi. So we're constantly evolving this. So we're building up. We have the curriculum ready as well. So going back, so it's primarily only for the government students, 6 to 11 years old kids ki. So that is 1st to 6th grade kids ki ostundi. And the sessions will be every day, Monday to Friday, 1 hour sessions. But for us, I think we can commit for either 1 hour each week, or if we are able to do anything more, definitely that'll be helpful for the kids and also for the program. But minimum 1 hour would be sufficient, actually. So, and as I was suggesting, foundational skills, math, English, and Telugu, we're going to be basing on NCERT curriculum. So we have all the curriculum ready. And critical thinking anedi, also we have a curriculum ready, and we're currently working on ethics and values. Ethics and values, the plan is that 10 to 12 subdivisions, morals, values, stories-based discussions, and we want to make this all interactive, as interactive as possible with the kids, rather than and if we continue forward, so we'll also be learning various techniques and working together about the techniques and the strategies. Ella we can teach and we can bring that interactivity with the kids, and it will be we'll be looking into future law once you commit to this program. We'll be looking at those opportunities kuda. So that's in brief. Definitely. So anything else? Any other questions ఉన్నాయా ఇప్పుడు?
Miru, I know you said you've already started this program a few years back and you are trying to, reinstantiate it again. కాకపోతే ఇప్పుడు what's your current team strength? అంటే ఇప్పుడు ప్రస్తుతానికి who is actively involved in teaching ఎంతమంది ఉన్నారండి?
Volunteers లోనా?
Yeah.
Volunteers lo we have, I can say we have 7 members as of now.
So you have enough to cover one person, because my point of asking that is because I may not be able to do more than one day in a week.
Yeah.
And at the same time I don't want to be like pressurizing others. So you do have 7 ante, okay, at least once in it can go as a rotation. One per week.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Vijay, I think what's as of now we have definitely in the process there are 4.
Okay.
We'll have 4 sections. We don't want anything more than 10 to 12 kids per session.
Okay.
So for each section, and manam divisions kuda 1 to 6th grade students ni levels based ga skill based ga divide chestam annamata. We're going to test for 1st and 2nd grade curriculum based assessments ichi kids ni test chesi based on where they stand. But we may also find that 5th and 6th grade or a 5th grade student is not there yet, and he may have to be either in a level 1, which is either 1 or 2, or level 2, which is 3 and 4 grades together, our curriculum. So as of now, we are still actively looking for volunteers. And 1 hour is sufficient. And I think coming forward to give back, it's awesome. Actually, another thing about Welugu ఏంటంటే మనం ఒరిజినల్ గా థింక్ చేసింది అంటే ఈ ఫైనాన్షియల్ ఎంత వరకు ఇస్తాము, ఎంత వరకు చేయగలరు, ఒక స్టేజ్ వరకు చేసి we can stop. But general గా we have that 1 or 2 hours time కదా general గా ఇయర్ లో. నిజంగా if we want to do, we can create that 1 or 2 hours. So we were trying to find those population and match with the needs. There is need everywhere. Every section low mana skills based, there is need everywhere. So our match kuda try cheyalani. We've just beyond our team, we've just started recruiting volunteers, going beyond for volunteers and mata. So yes, definitely we are still actively looking, and the need is there for sure. But 1 hour is more than enough.
And like ఇప్పుడు so when you said different subjects kada, so maths and you've had a list of 4 or 5 things. So the focus ఎలా ఉంటుంది 1 hour లో you do a bit of each, or is it more of this kid is only for maths and this kid is only for, I don't know, English అలా ఉంటుందా?
So as of now, each day will be a subject.
Okay.
Each
So
day
the set of kids, 1 day every subject, and then it just goes on.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's right.
Okay.
So based on preferences of teaching, and if your preference is level 3 and math, then that's what you'd be taking every time.
Yeah. Okay.
And in Cook Point, what I want to focus is basically we're not looking for immediate results, right? The long-term benefit of them enjoying the learning process and inculcating curiosity, inculcating the want to learn, right? Like Manisha in that cheppinattu, we want them to be lifelong learners. We have opportunities to learn everywhere and everywhere around us and constantly every day. So we only all those things we want to inculcate rather than just it's not the material or the contents. Yes, we want that too, but primarily we're looking for long-term effects and changes and be a wholesome citizen.
Okay.
Curriculum-based or just program based? ఇంకేమైనా questions ఉన్నాయా ఎవరికైనా? Lavanya, Praveen.
Sorry. Again,
Sorry,
నేనే ఇంకొక
Vijaya.
క్వశ్చన్ అడగొచ్చు. సో
No, no, I
last
think
question, I promise.
not at all. Actually, Vijaya, let me tell you, these questions will be useful. You know that very well, actually. I don't have to say, but all these questions will be useful for everybody. Sometimes, I mean, people are busy, right? Praveen is having a meeting right now, but he joined, so he still could have something on the back of his mind, and he may not think of the question. So no question is, every question is useful for everybody.
I'm hoping that is true. So I was thinking, ఇప్పుడు మరి say for example, నా situation లో, I don't mind doing maths, I don't mind doing ethics kind of stuff, or creative thinking, or or English. I'm not good in Telugu, so నేను అక్కడికి రాను. But maybe in those four areas, so do we get to see the curriculum and see which is comfortable for us and then choose it? Or is it more of your need based, that you say, okay, we do have less people in, say for example, English lo takwa teachers unnaru, so we want more people to be there, alla allocate avutunda, lekapothe do we get a choice to see the curriculum and see whether we are comfortable to take that kind of sessions? How does it work? And allocation ela untundi?
So it's going to be probably a combination of both. If everybody's wanting math, then I think then it's going to be all request based, Vijaya. So ఇప్పుడు మనం we're going to talk about the principles soon. We wanted to take to the classroom, but we also want to take all these principles to in our meetings, our discussions, and hopefully transfer them to our lives as much as we can. Anedi kuda. So it's going to be a combination of both ani cheppachu.
Okay, good. I'm done. Won't ask anymore.
Any other thoughts, questions? Okay. All right. Manisha, yeah, I think.
Yeah, so ఇవి కొన్ని principles that we've used by so far. Everyone has potential అనేది it's a universal belief. So, and approach everybody with positivity, show acceptance, love, compassion, create judgment-free environment, equity for fair and just practices. So, ఇందులో ఏమైనా డౌట్స్ ఉంటే ప్లీజ్.
Yeah. So basically, yeah, I think we all generally got, again, I just would
universal, so universally accepted.
Yeah. So how do we translate these into action, right? ఇవన్నీ మనం చాలా సార్లు మాట్లాడతాము, చెప్తాము, and once we live a subconscious. I mean, we are generally, most of the times we are walking and living a subconscious life, right? We are just going without much awareness or thinking at that point. Consciousness, awareness, like unda, right? So how do we transfer those, Anedi? We can talk more about those things and transfer all those things into the classroom and into our discussions, Anedi. We can discuss more further as well. Yeah, Manisha.
The same things in much elaborated way, as you can see. ఇందులో చూపించినట్టు try and look at positive side of things, stay away from pointing mistakes, and to bring students to enjoy the learning process. The whole point of the thing is to make them very confident individuals so that they can face their own challenges and they can overcome them. So as you can see, these are all pretty universal as well. So ఇందులో కూడా ఏమైనా డౌట్స్ ఉంటే ప్లీజ్.
Or any thoughts at any point, doubts, Anika, if you have any thoughts.
Any more additions, please. All ideas are welcome.
ఐడియా అని చెప్పను కానీ ట్రైన్ టు రిక్రూట్ వాలంటీర్స్ ప్రాసెస్లో డబ్బులు ఇవ్వకుండా టైం ఇవ్వడానికి వాలంటీర్ అయిన వాళ్ళకి డెఫినెట్గా ఇవన్నీ అంత ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేయాల్సిన అవసరం కూడా లేదనుకుంటున్నాను నేను. ఎందుకంటే ఐ థింక్ ఈ వాల్యూస్ ఉండబట్టే మనం ముందుకు వచ్చామేమో చేయడానికి ఇది.
నేను ఇంకేమైనా మిస్ చేసినా చెప్పండి.
నాకు అలా అనిపించింది. లేకపోతే ఫస్ట్ వాలంటీర్ చేసేటప్పుడు ఎంత డబ్బులు ఇవ్వమంటారు చెప్పండి, టైం ఇవ్వలేము అని ఉండేవాళ్ళు.
Yeah, entirely. I think Kachitanga Lakshmi, that's very true.
This is about what we are doing, and that's why we are trying to give back to the society. అని అనిపిస్తుంది నాకు. I don't know much of చివరంతి తెలుసు, నాకు మనీషా తెలుసు, the rest of you I don't know. సో అలాంటి థాట్స్ ఉన్నాయి కాబట్టి మనం ఈ రోజు ఈ గ్రూప్ అయ్యామేమో అనుకుంటున్నాను నేను. వాట్ ఎవర్ ద లిస్ట్ వాజ్ మేడ్, unconsciously I think we are the same.
So ఇంకా ఎవరైనా ఏమైనా థాట్స్ ఇన్ జనరల్? రోజా, మాలిని. Okay, we can go back to the slide, back slide. Just example, it's easy. One okay. So ఇవి జనరల్ గా మనకి ఇవన్నీ అనిపిస్తుంది కదా, కానీ బట్ బేసిక్లీ ఇప్పుడు if we say acceptance, how much it's a gray zone అని కూడా అనొచ్చు. How easily are we able to accept the people in our life for what they completely are, right? It's going to be a work in progress. Because we want things different, we want them to do differently, and at the same time alage manam repu students tho kuda or kids tho kuda we would want different, we'll have different expectations from them, right? We want results, we will want results. These are all like my experience తీసుకునొచ్చి కూడా, అంటే లాస్ట్ పైలట్ ప్రాజెక్ట్ లో ఎక్స్పీరియన్సెస్ బేస్ కూడా. కానీ the biggest thing is, are we able to accept them for what they are at this moment? And it doesn't mean that we are not going to work on getting better, right? But at the same time, full ga and complete ga accept cheyagalama anedi. Yes, Lakshmi cheppinattu ee team ikkada aa time ivvadaniki vachina vallaki ee values anni they would accept, there is no doubt about it. But alantivi, I think, how do we translate that into action anedi kuda we'll look more into that. Yeah, Praveen, I think you have something to say.
I'm just sending out the details to one of my friends who wants to join. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much, Praveen. Yeah. Lavanya, meekela anipistundi, emanipistundi? Actually, we would also like any inputs or feedbacks. This is what we have at this time. And again, we are simple, average people. We are not the extreme smartest people on the earth, simple, average people. But we are trying to work together towards a cause and constantly evolving. So definitely any inputs at any point of time will always be, we'll be grateful for those, actually. So Lavanya, sorry, I know I asked you to మాట్లాడమని నేనే మాట్లాడేసాను మళ్ళీ. లావణ్య, మీకేమైనా థాట్స్, అసలు ఏమనిపిస్తుంది, ఎలా అనిపిస్తుంది? ఐ నో వి టాక్ బ్రీఫ్లీ ఫ్యూ ఇయర్స్ బ్యాక్.
మీరు అన్నట్టు లైక్ ఇవన్నీ వింటాము, మనము కూడా అనుకుంటాం, కానీ అంత ఈజీగా ప్రాక్టీస్లో పెట్టడం చేయమేమో. సో ఐ థింక్ వీటి గురించి మాట్లాడటం మంచిదే అనిపిస్తుంది.
Okay, Lavanya. So we'll also talk about the next steps ఏంటి and what's going to happen అనేది. I think Mitesh joined, and sorry, before I could welcome.
Yeah. Mitesh is my friend. He doesn't know the details. I just have forwarded the link. Maybe I'll explain him the details tomorrow, or if you have time, you could take a minute and explain him the details.
Definitely. I think, yeah, definitely. If he joins back, we can talk to him again. Like about the, even I can personally get in touch and explain. Either way, anything is great.
I didn't realize that. Okay, drop అయిపోయాడా? నేను మాట్లాడతాను.
He just dropped. So, and I think some of the principles of Welugu and so I think we can come off the presentation. We can see each other more clearly. అంతే కదా. Was there anything else, Manisha? Last slide తర్వాత అదే కదా లాస్ట్ స్లైడ్.
థ్యాంక్ యూ అంతే అక్క.
Okay, awesome. So the next steps ఏంటి అంటే, and as of now మనం next Monday నుంచి we'll be meeting the kids. Initial probably we'll just be having an icebreaker session and just getting to know the kids for the first few days, and the primary thing is the steps would be knowing the kids. Tarvata will do the assessments, and then there'll be division of the kids, and division in tarvata I think based on there could be a possibility math lo oka level lo undi, Telugu English lo inkoka level lo unde chances untayi. So we'll have to figure out, and we'll be having individual level based WhatsApp group communications kuda. So based on what you would choose, and A level and A subject ane dani batti kuda probably you'll be a part of those communication groups as well. So but yeah, those from the program standpoint, those are things. The program will start next Monday, November 20th. The initial thing will be knowing the kids, and then assessments, and then we'll start the curriculum. And curriculum, the secret thing, Vijaya, just to hi Mitesh. Hello. Hi Andy. Telugu మాట్లాడతారు కదా?
అవునండి.
Yeah, go ahead Praveen. Yeah.
Actually నేను రేపు కాల్ చేస్తానులే నీకు. I'll explain in more detail. Yeah, మీకు ఇన్వైట్ లెటర్ పంపించాను కదా, you just go through that. రేపు నేను మాట్లాడతాను నీతోటి. It should be fine. I'll call him tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yes, you can explain him now.
Yeah, so basically, I think quickly we're looking for, this is a volunteer meeting, which we are coming together to give back to the community laga. And how are we doing that? And we're going to we're going to take online sessions Monday to Friday for government school kids. Primary school, government school kids in Andhra Pradesh, Telugu based states prastutam. Right now we are focusing on ante initial ga oka mandalamlo reach ayunnamo. Slowly we want to expand this primarily to bridge the differences between see if we can be supportive of to provide quality education to the current students in government schools laga. So commitment is 1 hour, request is a minimum of 1 hour, and we'll be working on math, Telugu and English, critical thinking and values. Each day, one subject, and there will be level-based teaching. Either first in grade 7 students ki kani, third and fourth grade students ki kani, fifth and sixth grade students ki kani. So that's the quick gist of the program itself. Our hope is that we can inculcate values, creative thinking, and interest and curiosity in the kids with interaction with us. That's in simple version. Hopefully
ముందు ఒక 2 సెంటెన్స్ నీ గురించో లేకపోతే వెలుగు గురించి చెప్తే I think it will give you more context rather than directly getting into the program.
Okay. So I think I'm నా పేరు శివరంజని. We live in the US actually. ఇక్కడ current group లో I think you'll see people that are across the globe. We have people from England and also in India. So Welugu anedi, how did it start? And basically it's just an aspect. Welugu was just to give back to the community, and it evolved over the last couple years. But prastutam we are expanding to beyond our just immediate friends and family. Now friends and family though we were working together, but because of expanding our program, we are trying to expand it to all the people who would want to give their time and skills and knowledge, and utilize the time, skills and knowledge and giving back to the community laga. So that in simple version, that's what it is. Yeah. And how we are doing this current project is through imparting education, online education to government school kids. Sorry, I think yeah. And curriculum is so we have the curriculum ready. We have everything on board. Whoever would want to teach, all they would have to teach is like, we don't know enta prep avasram avutundo. It's all based on individual capabilities. So but we will be following a certain curriculum, curriculum based teaching to the kids. So Vijay, I think in math, Telugu and English are all like NCERT books. They're all there everywhere. Manam download cheskunnam. Critical thinking, I've approached a different company. So that probably, I think we will keep it close, and because they've given us as a gift and a takeaway. I don't think they would mind, but it's a book company and we don't want them, any compromise there. So Aditappa, and ethics, we are collecting stories from all the stories that we have read or heard when we are young. Mana amma tatayal daggara nunchi naanamma tatayal daggara nunchi nechukunnavi. Avi interactive ga just kids ni think chesetatlu can, because they think a lot. It's just that we don't provide the opportunity for them to talk. Right? They have so much. Ikkada andarki kids unarane anukuntunna. Mitesh, do you have children?
Yeah.
Enta babu?
4th class, 9 years.
Okay, yeah. So we know that they're very smart, they're observant. It's just that kontamandiki ఇప్పుడు మన కిడ్స్ కున్నంత ఆపర్చునిటీస్, ప్రివిలేజెస్ అందరి కిడ్స్కి లేకపోవచ్చు. ఆ ఆపర్చునిటీస్, ఎన్విరాన్మెంట్ మనం ప్రొవైడ్ చేయగలము. The 1 hour they spend with us can be give that opportunity for them to expand to their fullest potential. Mitesh, any thoughts and any questions? The programs will start next week. Sorry, చెప్పండి.
క్వశ్చన్స్ ఏం లేవు. న్యూ కదా, నేను థాట్స్ కూడా ప్రస్తుతానికి అయితే ఏం లేవు, కొంచెం టైం పడుతుంది.
Sure, yeah. Registration, so the next steps would be, if you've not already registered, we are registered to the program, we would kindly request register cheyandi ani. Dani vallana I think we'll also know me availabilities and days and what levels you're interested to teach and what subjects anedi kuda danto
akka tanaki details telidu. I just added him onto the call. I'll send him the details and I'll add him to the group.
Yeah, entirely not a problem. Just send WhatsApp group Compass. There's a group, so more communication is happening there.
I'll do that, yes.
And Lavanya, Vijaya, if you can think of anybody else that could be, and anybody interest undi, possibility undi anukunte kuda, please pass this information.
I think if it was more flexible on weekends, maybe I can get some. ఇప్పుడు మీరు
So
ఏంటంటే నాకు it's a working time, so not everybody has that flexibility because I know like Roja ki same group, she has the same group as me, so we have lot of people who are willing to give time and all, but ఈ time commitment ఏంటంటే India time ki ఇక్కడ time ki, you know how it works, it's like in the middle of the day, and you know, it gets a bit difficult. So if there is uh, when it starts for weekend kada, then definitely we know that it's weekend there undi annappudu we can probably you know, bring in some more people. And I don't want to, I don't know, Roja already involved undemo నాకు idea ledu, but what my approach usually is, I want to get involved, I want to make sure I'm comfortable with it, and before I tell someone else, I want to be able to confidently say that this is what it is and this is how it is, and then, you know, talk for it. You know, like unnecessarily, I don't want to give wrong impression to people. That's the only thing. So definitely, if I have someone in mind, I will do that. But I want to like try it out myself first. Make sure, you know, I know ins and out of it at least to a level, and then definitely I will pass the word around.
Definitely. And with your question of Saturday and Sunday, we will be, I think they will be, and their asks about do something for private school students. Kontamandi, they're sending to private schools, but despite their capabilities, and villages lo unde vallu, still they have those opportunities, and especially critical thinking and ethics, and it's not generally taught in school. So that's a thought that we could bring in for those group of kids for the weekends. So it'll happen. And I think autism, I'm not sure how many of the people here are familiar. Mano, when we approached the government, they asked back. Their request was, can you do anything for people with autism, especially the kids and the teachers, right? So it's going to be a different kind of program initiative, and it's going to be more not with the kids itself, but training the trainers, laga. But that's going to take a little bit of time. I mean, I want this up and running and as a smoother version of Chintaravata, there'll be, but so definitely we're looking into, more. And thank you, Vijaya. I think your inputs are very valuable.
Timings, I missed it, I think.
So timings, prastutam Indian timings untundi. E program Monday to Friday. So that would be a little, tough for the working group who are not in India. India lo kuda, I think they work long hours. But evening we are hoping the final 1 hour period inka finalize kaledu. It's going to be anywhere between 7 and 9 of Indian timing. So we're hoping probably around 7:30 to 8:30, our combination. There are lots of factors for that. One thing I want to give a heads up, and this is not going to be a straightforward, easy thing, teaching like a kids, or there will be challenges. There will be challenges in terms of their connectivity and their regularity and commitment. And also వాళ్ళ parents ఇంటికి వచ్చి వాళ్ళకి phone ఇవ్వాలి. Right? కొంతమందికి, most of them will have only one access for the internet. And unfortunately, మన program limitation ఏంటంటే we are not able to reach that population who doesn't have access to internet. So ఇంటికి వచ్చి phone ఇవ్వాలి. So all based on all this, we are thinking 7:30 to 8:30 evening. So that is our tentative thoughts. That will be finalized soon. Hopefully, Ande, we have a meeting with the registered parents, Repu. So వాళ్ళతో కూడా ఒకసారి మాట్లాడి see what would be the best possible thing for them. And Vijaya, if it accommodates a lot of people, if a lot of people say if it's 4 to 5 is an option, we may consider that, but the chances would be tough. And ఇప్పుడు US లో 4 to 5 would be US lo 4 to 5 would be very early for the team in the US, for the people in the US. So it may be a tougher time. So we don't know yet, though. We'll keep you posted.
No, it's okay. I mean, you carry on with how you would actually approach. Daan tarvata, I'll try to fit it in. That's not a problem.
Yeah.
And one thing I wanted to say is, because you said, suddenly it just popped into my mind where you said the parents have to come and give the phone to the kids, which is true, which is because they'll only have access to one working internet system, whether it's a laptop or whatever. ఇప్పుడు మీరు I don't know if this is practically plausible or not, but maybe is there a chance, like there is, if they're all from same locality, same place, so they're not
trial అయిపోయింది. They
Oh,
may or
okay.
may not be, but I think we've tried working that, and it will be possible, but if we have somebody committed locally,
Like a
it will-
library or something, would they not like do like an open session for them? No, at
um,
least ఒక 3-4
like-
kids gather చేసి library or maybe council, I don't know it ఎట్లా work అవుతుందో
so
Indiaలో.
we can definitely look into that option. ఒకసారి
No, that was
try
just yeah.
No, no, no. Actually, that's very
ఉంటారు కదా పిల్లలందరూ ఒకే ఊరు నుంచి కాదు ఇప్పుడు. సో దాని నుంచి ఇబ్బంది కావచ్చు. లాస్ట్ టైం మేము ఫ్యూ ఇయర్స్ బ్యాక్ ఇందాక శివరంజని చెప్పింది కదా, 2021 లో ఒకసారి చేసాము. అప్పుడు ఒక గోల్కొందకూరు అని ఆ ఊరు పిల్లలకే చేసాము. అప్పుడు ఏమైందంటే సేమ్ ఇదే, వాళ్ళకి ఫోన్ కొంచెం ప్రాబ్లం ఉన్న వాళ్ళు వాళ్ళ ఫ్రెండ్స్ దగ్గరకు వచ్చి 2-3 కూర్చొని అలా చేశారు. బట్ ఈసారి ఏమైంది, ఇప్పుడు ఒక మండలం నుంచి అందరు కిడ్స్ తీసుకుంటున్నాం మనం. సో ఇది ఒక విలేజ్ వాళ్ళు కాదు ఇది. సో
కానీ యాక్చువల్ గా ఛాన్సెస్ ఉంటాయి రోజా, ఒకే ఊరు నుంచి ఉన్నారు
అంటే
మనకి.
అందరూ ఒక దగ్గర కాదు కదా, పాసిబుల్ లైక్ 3-4 kids one place, 3-4 kids, just in case if they're not if it's not working అన్నప్పుడు అంతే.
Yeah, we will basically అది encourage చేస్తాం యాక్చువల్ గా, even if they're not registered as of now. ఆ చుట్టుపక్కల కనుక, that's a good thought which we'll take forward. But libraries అనేది మనకి అక్కడ again, a committed parent or committed person who can bring them together. Adi, we couldn't find somebody in Golkondagur. Hopefully, going forward, we may find. And I think we, the parents, regular parents meetings, and kontamandi active the parents unte vallu unte, then we can look more into these again as well.
Okay, yeah.
Any other? So Lavanya, Lavanya, mostly 7:30 to 8:30 Indian time. So it will change. Manaki konisarlu 8, 9, konisarlu 10 undachu based on our daylight saving times.
ఓకే. అండ్ సిలబస్ ఒకసారి అంటే పెడతారా అక్కడ గ్రూప్ లో?
Syllabus we can share and basically ఒక్కసారి అంటే registrations అంతా అయిపోయిన తర్వాత we'll also have an induction meeting అంటే access లో curriculum కంతా access లో అవన్నీ కూడా how to get there, and మన folders ఏమున్నాయి, assessments folders ఎక్కడ ఉన్నాయి, do we అంటే కొన్ని articles అవన్నీ ఉన్నాయి, all those things as well. So we'll look into all those things pretty soon.
ఫస్ట్ మ్యాథ్స్ ఇంగ్లీష్ అన్ని ఇండియన్ సిలబస్ ఫాలో అవుతాము, మ్యాథ్స్ ఇంగ్లీష్ తెలుగు. బట్ క్రిటికల్ థింకింగ్ ఇందాక శివరంజని చెప్పినట్టు తను ఏదో వేరే చూస్తాను. సో ఇండియాలో అది లేదు కాబట్టి మనం వేరే చూసుకోవాలి.
US based company and we also already undi manaki basic.
అన్ని అక్కర్లేదు, బేసిక్ గా జస్ట్ ఇంగ్లీష్.
అన్ని ఉన్నాయి.
But అందరికి యాక్సెస్ పెడతాను లావణ్య.
జస్ట్ అంటే సబ్జెక్ట్స్.
And
just math.
And so so next steps would, and if you have not already registered, kindly register, and tarvata we'll keep you posted. I think initial, based on the interest, if you start wanting to get, if you want to get involved right from the beginning, next week probably frequent ga meet outam, knowing and assessments anta. So but it's not necessary. So if you have committed to whatever level and math, our decisions will finalize to registrations ani ayin tarvata our decisions who will be teaching what anedi based on your interests we'll bring it forward. And then the week after, it's going to be like 1 hour sessions with the kids, week after or the week after, or 2 weeks from now. So that's where we'll start the official teaching sessions, either next week or the week after. Sorry, not the week of November 20th, but the 27th kani, the week after kani, official ga, the curriculum starts. ఇంకొకటి redundant అనుకోకపోతే I think we are hoping that we will start అంటే every session initial గా we would start with kids తో కూడా gratitude exercise లాగా. It may sound very silly, but just going around in gratitude laga. So a pattern so that we can develop that ability to look at all things effectively and beautifully and like. So we'll come up with a pattern of, I think, opening, and the rest will be your choice. But yeah, opening and closing.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else? Sorry, I hope we've covered as much as we can and answered most of your questions.
Do we have any trained teachers in the group?
That's a good question. Trained Lavanya, train teaching ఎవరికైనా ఉందా? Teachers training లాగా?
లేదండి.
థింక్ శ్రీలక్ష్మి కొన్ని రోజులు వర్క్ చేసా అనుకుంటాను, తను స్కూల్లో వర్క్ చేశానన్నారు. ఇంకా ఎవరికి ఉన్నట్లేదు.
Okay. So I think, so one more thing. Yeah, this is what I wanted to say. Mano monthly ones, beyond that teaching, monthly ones a reflection situation, like how things are going. Should we consider doing anything different, and what's working, what's not working? And I think monthly ones, we'll meet monthly ones for that. But otherwise, I think those are the primary things. Yeah, and Praveen, if you want to give more information to Mitesh or non-call Chemana, connect Chemana, that should be okay.
Yeah, నేను మాట్లాడతాను రేపు, and I'll add him to the group. After that, yeah.
Sorry, I think if there's not much, based on the next couple days, the next 1 to 2 days, we'll give more finalized versions of same things that we talked. And definite time okati, and also levels and subjects will finalize, and obviously we can swap. Inkokati entante, if you for the day you commit, obviously we can, if for some life happens, so if something happens ahead of time, teliste at least couple of days teliste, then we can always swap. It wouldn't be ideal to drop the session, but we can swap. And yeah, obviously I think we'll have people to jump in if we have last minute issues, but hopefully if it does not happen again, that's a different thing. But for once in a while thing, yes, we all will be there to support each other. Okay, then I think wrap up. Cheskunamu. Thank you for everybody's time. I know all of you guys are like crunched and doing lots of things and busy with your own lives, and thank you so much for yeah. Anisha, you want to say something?
Thank you.
Thank you, Andy. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks, Andy.
Bye. Talk soon.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
సో ఉన్నామా?
యా రాము రికార్డింగ్ ఆపేసుకోవచ్చు. రాము ఉన్నాడా ఇంకా?